Hello and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave and today we have, coming courtesy of Jambre HS, is the Big Even Recruit Warrior. I actually heard about this list through a good friend of mine. I was watching their stream as a Blister guy. Definitely go check them out. They do lots of live streams under trees and in nature, and it's very, very good. But they were playing this deck and it looked absolutely sweet. The whole idea of the deck is we're going to take advantage of the recruit mechanic, which we can see here on Gather Your Party. Recruiting minions rips it straight out of our deck, puts it into play, and we're going to aim to get big boys like the Lich King, Grommash Hellscream, Geosculptor Yip, Primordial Drakes, just a lot of just huge men, and put them into play. We've also got the Woe Cleaver, which is one of the better draws of our deck, as it's going to rip 3 of these big boys out over successive turns. And that's the whole idea. We want to overwhelm our opponent with card quality and kind of cheat them into play a little bit quicker, or a little bit in greater numbers than what our opponent would usually be able to deal with. The other thing we've got going is we are an even deck. We've got Gen Greymane in here. It's going to reduce our hero power's cost to 1, which means we're going to gain quite a lot of armor. So I believe the idea with what Jambre is going for, I hope I'm saying that right, is using this hero power, getting a bunch of armor, helping you get into that kind of mid to late-ish game, that kind of 6 to 8 drop territory, by gaining a bunch of armor, and also lets us take advantage of Bladed Gauntlets, or Bladed Gauntlet, which is a card I have not played with before this deck. It is a 2-cost, 2 durability weapon that has attack equal to your armor, and you can't attack heroes, so you can't just gain 30 armor and bop your opponent in the face. But it is a really efficient tool at removing our opponent's minions, provided that we can get ahead on board, get ahead on armor rather. You know, always float a bit of armor to smash our opponent in the face with, our opponent's minions with rather. So that's a card that I'm pretty excited for. It essentially is like 2 charges of like Obliterate, the Arthas spell, which I think is a really interesting way to think about it. Other than that, we've got our Forge of Souls, which can help us pick up our Woe Cleaver and the Blood Razor, though those are the only and the Bladed Gauntlets, so that can help us get some board control or get our kind of win condition. Warpath is a great way for us to clear the board, as we are an even deck. We don't have access to things like Brawl, and yeah, then we've just got a bunch of big old boys and some charging dinos. So we're going to play some games with this. We're hopefully going to do quite well, and I'm really interested to see how well we can kind of bridge this early game into this kind of late game, because these are the turns where, you know, Paladins are doing really busted things, Warlocks are doing really busted things, so we might just be a turn behind them. But Jambre had a pretty good win rate with this, 60% plus to Legend, so let's see how we go. Alright, yeah, here with the Big Even Recruit Warrior. We're up against a Priest, so as with all these decks that come from Hearthstone, we do like to, I really appreciate ones that come with mulligan guides, and Jambre has included one for us. Against Priest, they recommend keeping Bladed Gauntlet, Forge of Souls, Gather Your Party, and Woe Cleaver, which we have none of. Woe Cleaver plays around Psychic Scream. Ah, it's true, I hadn't thought about that interaction before. Very professional, thank you.
Our curse into our strength.
So we've got our Bladed Gauntlets.
Someone injured?
So we can hopefully smack this Northshire Cleric on turn 3. Ooh, interesting. I wonder what they want to discover off those shadow visions, like in this kind of matchup. So we want to pay attention to this card.
Speak to me.
This one in the middle here. Because I think if they just go with the regular game plan of like trying to discover as many Mind Blasts as possible, they might not have a good time. So if we bring it on here, bet this is damn Mind Blast deck again, yeah. We can bring it on and kill this.
What now?
What do we get punished by though? I'm quickly just trying to find a Mind Blast Priest deck. Minions, minions, minions. Alexstrasza, Primordial Drake, Harrison Jones. Doing it. Alright, so this will be a bit of a learning experience for everyone involved, because we may have just committed a cardinal sin. Or we might be as woke as the cleaver itself. Let's see if we can rip the other bladed gauntlet. Come on. Hey. Clear City. So I guess we kind of want to be wary of Anduin Alexstrasza. Like an early Anduin could be pretty dangerous, you know, if they have 18. Okay, so they went for the Mind Blast off the Shadow Visions. No dragon in hand. This will probably eat a death, I imagine. They're pretty low on cards though. Yep. So this Forge of Souls definitely gets us Woe Cleaver. So maybe we want to like... get the Woe Cleaver, bring it on, gain some more armor, smash this thing. Then next turn we can Woe Cleaver up and hit this. Or that. Ooh.
Let the pain speak to me.
Please don't have another spell. Cool. They can't deploy Anduin this turn if they have it. I think we should probably chill out on this Lich King for as long as we can. Do we want to eat a Psychic Scream? I think I'm actually just going to leave the charges on here. So then maybe we get Harrison Jones. We'll leave one charge on. I guess it's the kind of thing where is every Mind Blast Priest running Harrison? Because they're all running Psychic Scream.
Meddlesome insects. You have been.
Got him. I felt real strong. Real strong. Let's queue up another one. There's Bladed Gauntlets just bashing our opponents in. Yeah, it looks like the most popular version of Mind Blast Priest runs Harrison. Whether or not that's the version our opponent was running.
Versus Gul'dan.
Alright.
Your soul shall be mine.
What does Jambre recommend against Warlock? Bladed Gauntlet, Forge of Souls, gather your party. Interesting. Love to know why they recommend gather your party against Warlock. I guess we'll find out.
We have turned our curse into our
Bladed Gauntlet is very good at dealing with turn 4 mountain giants. Okay. It has been so long since we've come up against a Zoolock. Tapping up. This interaction is just so cool. The Bring It On and Bladed Gauntlet. Get to do a big bop, and then they can play some other stuff. And you do a small bop later. Does seem like Warlock might be a tougher matchup for us. But there is a recommendation in here that if you are facing a lot of control Warlocks,
They'll serve me now.
to add Dead Man's Hand to the deck. Just keep.
Before Tal'Darom,
I was not expecting that.
This curse has become our greatest strength.
That's not the one that I wanted. Yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about before in the introduction, where even though we have such a brilliant late game, like there's a lot of late game power here. Like, I just don't see how we ever beat a Gul'dan. Doing some stuff.
So many possibilities.
It's real rough though. Opponent's got a full grip too. It's that icky feeling in your tum.
So many possibilities.
Ugh. Boogeyman's gonna get me. And this boogeyman likes to take time. Why are you damaging this?
Almost out of time.
Maybe they were just like... Oh, I guess that... Was that giant reduced by Ring It On? Yes, sir.
So many
No,
possibilities.
were they Hellfire and Mortal Coil and have 1 mana left? So I guess it must have been. Maybe that's why they Hellfired it. Because they could not otherwise. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Almost out of time. I wonder. I will burn this world and rule its ashes before me. I don't feel so good.
Oh no. That is not a good one. What is going on in this? Ticking abomination. Oh, he's got an alarm clock on him. Oh, 'cause he's gonna explode. What a terrible way to live life. Imagine living knowing that one day you'll eventually expire.
I wonder. Almost out of time.
What is happening?
Blood and shadow. Time passes. Uh-oh.
You know, shiny!
I must choose. Before me.
Still not confident on this. Now the hero power just gets us, right? Like, we have a little bit of armor gain, but... We might just have to... I'm guessing they didn't want to discard that cube. Guessing they didn't want to discard both of those cubes. Oh, we tried so hard. We really did. We had some sweet plays, but part of me thinks that, like, the reason our opponent was taking so long was because they just had so many options for killing us that we were so very dead.
Garrosh versus Lunara.
Alright, Druid.
Forest fights back.
First Druid of the day.
Victory or death!
Alright, recommend Bladed Gauntlet, Forge of Souls, gather your party Blood Razor. Blood Razor if you know it's Taunted. Keep Woe Cleaver. Keep Woe Cleaver. Don't click on. If you know it's Taunted, keep Woe Cleaver. Alright, well, we're gonna do that. We're gonna pretend like we know what our opponent is. Admittedly, I have not played against a token druid in
We have turned our curse
a hot
into
minute.
our strength.
Warlock is just so strong. It is true. It's quite strong right now. I think if I was going to try and ladder up to rank 3, rank 5 rather, I would be, I'd be on either Warlock or Druid. Punch.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you indeed. I would have thought Diamol might indicate
The rage. It claims
token, but would understand if I was wrong. Like, I would think Spiteful
Age of death come.
would have been on a Firefly. Giant of the Sea. So we could have Warpath executed there, but maybe we want to bait a bit more.
Mushroom power.
I wonder. Rutaroga! You are not welcome here.
We should fight off this Warpaths. I guess in hindsight, we should have gone for the execute as soon as we could have on the Sea Giant.
The circle of life is over.
Now what?
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
This hero power is very strong. So, looks like they're prepping for a ultimate infestation, so don't really want to give them a good target from our hand. So, I think the idea there is that if we attack in, they can trade the Fireflies and Ultimate Infestation in this. Whereas by doing this, if they want our Ultimate Infestation, they wouldn't be able to kill this. Interesting. So they want to kill us. So we can hero power and garage.
I will burn this world and rule its ashes.
Job's done.
Now they still don't have a great target, and even if they do put the infestation here, hero power won't kill us the turn after.
The scourge will devour all.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
Unfortunately, we can't remove this without putting damage on our boy. So,
Before me.
so at least this keeps us with 2 threats on the board. Dome. So 9, 13. Probably want to play this turn so we don't get killed to the other ultimate infestation. We can hero power and trade this in. Or our face, I guess. That's probably better. There's no other weapons in the deck. Sorry, there is a blood razor. This is tight. It's a tight one. Oh, that felt good. Felt real good. Alright, so 2-1 with the deck. Overall, that was really enjoyable. I think we saw the power of Bladed Gauntlet. Even in the game that we lost, it was one of the only cards that really gave us a chance. The Bring It On felt really good. Yeah, I can't think of anything that I'd really like to change. I mean, the creator of the deck, once again, that's Jambre over on Hearthstone. Like, they did mention that Dead Man's Hand is an option against Control Lock. And I might want to, I'd be interested to see if we could fit like a Spellbreaker or two in here. I don't know what we would cut, and obviously the Spellbreaker interferes with our recruits, so maybe it's not great. Yeah, maybe Dead Man's Hand is the option. But yeah, it was really good. It's a pretty expensive deck, as most of these kind of control-y warrior decks tend to be. But if you have the pieces, which I was lucky enough to have, a lot of those warrior pieces. It's really cool. It's really fun. You get to slam a bunch of big boys. You could maybe we can even consider cutting like the gem-studded columns and getting extra greedy. But yeah, let me know what you think. Once again, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit up all the links down below. That's where you can find the deck code. It's where you can find my Twitter. If you've got any questions for me, hit me up there. It's also where you can find a link to Twitch if you want to watch me live. I'm trying to stream at some different hours for different audiences, for all you Russians and Brazilians and Canadians out there. Hit me up. But yeah, until the next one, I'll see you soon and have a great night. Bye.